I'm like, I'm in Africa. This is something out of a movie. This is something that I could not have predict. I never thought would have happened. They were playing this psychological game.
We show you my ID card. It's one that telling you that there's one part taking to
I don't know you people now. I don't know you people.
My ID card.
I would have never thought I would have been at a Nigerian police station. He just breaks down crying. It's messed up. Hi y'all, it's your girl Hanza Holly Girl. Welcome to the ChibuchiHHG channel. I'm HHG, Hanza Holly Girl, and Chibuchi, God is God, is my man, and I am in Miami, Florida, where I reside because I'm American. And Chibuchi is in Nigeria, Africa, because he's Nigerian, so that's where he lives. Welcome back to our subscribers, and welcome to our new viewers and future subscribers. We're gonna get into some things today, okay? So, just a little bit about us. We met via the Kendra G show. If you don't know who Kendra G is, just Google her. She will definitely come up. Kendra G will come up everywhere, especially on YouTube. Whether you're looking for entertainment or you're looking for love, okay? So when I found out about Chibuchi, he was going by Victor because that's his real name, but his African name is Chibuchi. So they're both his real name. I didn't mean to say that. But what I'm saying is, I was just watching the Kendra G show for entertainment, for kikis, and Chibuchi came up. Victor came up. And I watched his interview. I was feeling him, so I went to his IG to check him out a little bit more. And lo and behold, it was private, so I had to request. He accepted me. He hit me up in a DM, and we've been talking ever since. We have met up twice already. August 2023, we met up in Cyprus, a small island owned by Turkey and Greece. Google it. Then in December 2023, we met up in Nigeria, Africa, his homeland. And Lord, that was an eye-opening experience. You hear me? We've been sharing our content from our Nigerian vacation. And if you remember that one video where I told y'all I got extorted from Nigerian immigration officers. And in that video, I told you all that we got extorted again. And this is that story. So stay tuned. You're gonna wanna watch to the end, because if you love travel like we do, or if you plan on going to Nigeria or any other foreign country, you're gonna need to be aware of these things, because as a traveler, you are very vulnerable. I would have never imagined that this was going to happen, but it did, and then we made it through. Shout out to my man Chibuchi, because he's definitely a warrior. He knows how to handle tough situations, when me on the other hand, I tend to shut down and don't want to deal. So stay tuned. You're going to want to know what happened. This is the second time we were extorted in Nigeria. And let's be honest, this has nothing to do with Nigerians. Nigerians are super sweet people, hardworking people. Shout out to all the Nigerians. This is more about the official people, the policemen, the officers, the government. Very money hungry, and that is the downfall. So when you hear, oh, Nigeria is known for scamming and scheming and getting it how they get it, there's some truth to that. So not making it up, this is our testimony, because this actually happened to us, and yeah, we got the proof. So stay tuned, and if you haven't already, consider subscribing to our channel. Okay, let's get into it, y'all. So on this day, we got ready. We took a motorcycle ride. This is my first motorcycle ride in Nigeria. We took the motorcycle ride to the gym, which was in a hotel. So we got a ride to the hotel gym. We worked out, had a good workout, went live, sweat, build muscle, just had a good time working out. After the workout, we were planning to head back, but we wanted to stop and get some fruit. So we got a ride in the little yellow buggies that they call Keke na Pepe. And I just call it buggy, but the official name is Keke na Pepe. So we got a ride in the Keke na Pepe. And the driver, you could tell he really took pride in his business, his vehicle. It was very clean, it was very polished, the interior was really cute, and he was a good driver. And he stopped us by the local fruit stand. So we get out, we go get fruit, and as we're getting fruit, he's like polishing up his vehicle. It was just super cute. So we shopping for our fruit. We got some fruit, we got pineapple, we got a whole watermelon. The watermelon was so sweet. It was so amazing, man. Like, Africa really has beautiful, natural, great resources. I mean, they have everything. So we got our fruit, we hop back in the Keke na Pepe, and we're heading back to our hotel. And he's taking the same route that we took on the motorcycles to get to the gym. And I'm recording on my GoPro, on my iPhone 15 Pro Max, and I'm just recording the scene, and because I'm just amazed. I'm a tourist, recording everything. And then I'm a motorcyclist. I ride bikes, I ride motorcycles, and I'm just recording every little motorcycle I can get. I'm just like I'm in Africa. And we just had this amazing workout, and now we just got this great fruit for like very cheap. Okay, I am like livid. So heading back to the hotel, about to enjoy the rest of our day. Nigeria have a lot of, I guess you call them security checkpoints. It's literally police officers standing in the middle of the road and like forcing you to stop. They're checking ID, they're checking your trunk, they're making sure your paperwork is straight, and they're really targeting the driver of the vehicle. I never really seen them do it with motorcycles. We were in the Keke na Pepe, the yellow buggy, and apparently they pulled those type of vehicles over as well. So we're taking the same route back to our hotel room, and we come to a security checkpoint. And it's 3 men outside. One is in true police uniform with a long gun, and the other 2 men are just adult men in regular clothing. They direct the driver to stop and pull us over. So you couldn't really tell if they were officers, but apparently, I don't know. Anyways, they direct the driver to pull over. And it was unusual because usually the security would talk to the driver, but he comes around to the passenger backside and he's like, "You all know each other?" Mind you, I've been trained by Chibuchi. Like, when you're in Nigeria, don't say too much because they're gonna hear your American accent and they're gonna try to get money out of you. And that happened a lot, okay? I was prepared for a lot of things, but I wasn't really prepared for like official people begging for money. And they were really asking for money, like straight up asking for money. You can like look this up on YouTube. It's not an exaggeration. This one biker lady, I forget her name, but she rides her bike all around the world, and she was in Nigeria riding her motorcycle, and she has a video where the police straight up asked her, "Give me money." They're asking her for money. It's not unusual for other countries to ask for money, but the way they do it is just so slimy. He's asking us, do we know each other? I've been taught to stay silent, so that's what I do. You know, Chibuchi is my representative. He's speaking for me. The man gets very loud and frustrated. I don't know what he just gets loud. He gets loud and he's demanding Chibuchi's ID. So Chibuchi takes out his ID and shows him his ID. He's checking it out. He's questioning Chibuchi. He's not really questioning me. Next thing I know, they are getting in our transportation, the Keke na Pepe, the yellow buggy, the one that's being super loud. He gets in the front and the other man gets in the back with me and Chibuchi.
He said, we are on surveillance, we are on check, we are on surveillance. Phase 4, not zone 4, phase 4 in Kubwa, phase 4 in Kubwa. Yes, zone 4 is phase 4 in Kubwa.
And they start directing the driver to drive a certain way. So we make a U-turn and we're heading towards the Nigerian police station. At this point, I am in shock. I'm not even thinking about recording. I can barely ask Chibuchi anything. Chibuchi is like, you know, call that resource you know, because I got a resource from a black lady when I first came in. So I hit up the resource. I'm like, hey, we need your help. Chibuchi gets on his phone and he calls one of the immigration officers that was kind of nice to us. So he gets him on the phone, and this is where he messed up. Chibuchi passes his phone over to the man in the front, the aggressive police officer. So he has his phone, he's talking to the man, I'm not really understanding.
We show you my ID card. It's one that said telling you that some people are taking him to
I don't know you people now. I don't know you
show you my ID card.
I don't know you. I think you should know me. He did not show me. He asked me. He told me to come down. I told him who I am. I said I'm a student. I come down and show you my ID card.
You don't want to believe my ID card. You don't want to believe my ID card, and you want me to believe his ID card.
We get to the police station, we get to a gate. The man in the front with Chibuchi phone gets out of the Keke na Pepe.
Maybe let's go, just maybe be serious, okay?
And we continue through the gate and around to the police station. We get out the ride and the driver didn't even get paid. Like, the police could at least gave him money for stopping us for unknown reasons and making him drive us to the police station. The man doesn't get paid. He drives off. We get directed into the integration building. It's dark. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of suspects. There's no handcuffs involved. So we get in there and I'm still in shock. I'm confused. This is something out of a movie. This is something that I could not have predict. I never thought would have happened. So we get there. The man with Chibuchi phone, he finally catches up. He comes in there raging. He's like, where's that other phone? You gave her a phone. Where's that other phone? And we like confused. It's just causing confusion. I have my iPhone. He has Chibuchi iPhone. And I think that's where he got confused. He forgot that he still had Chibuchi's iPhone. So he's like, I know you gave her a phone. Where's the other phone? They made me clear out my whole backpack. I take everything out. I'm becoming frustrated. The shock is now wearing the fuck off. Okay? So I'm taking everything out my bag. I'm showing like, look, we got fruit. I got my GoPro. They're double checking my GoPro. I guess they thinking it's a gun. I've had several people think my GoPro is a gun before. I show them, hey, it's a GoPro. And the loudmouth man, he's like, he reaches for my phone and he snatch it. So I snatch it back. I was like, no. I'm like, this is my phone. I go to my settings. I show my name in my iPhone. And everybody's telling him to calm down. The extra phone that he thought we had somewhere was Chibuchi phone that he had in his hand. He was trying to get us on something, but Chibuchi messed up by even passing over his phone to this man. We don't know these people. There was no badges at all. The only officer we could truly see was officer was the man in uniform wearing the gun, and he didn't get in the ride and he did not come back. He did come back to the station later on. So we're in the station. They make me clear out my whole backpack. They're double checking my phone. Once they see that my phone is my phone, my backpack has nothing but my personal items in it, they tell me pack it all up. Some other man comes into play, and these are like indigenous people with scars on their face, like, you know, intentional tribal marks. I'm not quite sure what to call them. He was like, I know this doesn't look like a police station to your standard, but this is our police station, and we having the shit was ridiculous. Like, once that shock wore off, I peeked the game they was running. At some point, somebody told me that they're doing an investigation. No one is in trouble, blah, blah, blah. So that's the story they sell me. They tell me this story, and I'm like, I'm not really having it. You know what I did? I shut down. I used my Fifth Amendment to remain silent. And that is actually a right in Nigeria as well, to remain silent, to ask for an attorney. So I'm not really giving these people much talk back. The loudmouth man, he kept carrying on about this extra phone that we supposedly had. Chibuchi was kind of feeding into the game, and he was asking me, where's the phone, where's the phone? So I snapped, and I said, I don't have time for this fucking phone shit. And I said it pretty loud. And the whole room goes silent. And then the ice broke when a lady worker in there, she mimicked me. She said, oh, she don't have time for this fucking shit. She don't have time for this fucking phone shit. So they kind of backed off me after I did that. They told me I can go outside and wait under the big mango tree. It was other people out there sitting and waiting for whatever reasons. So at first I'm standing out there. I'm like, I'm still like, where am I? Is this truly happening? My mom is calling me. I didn't answer. I text her back. I'm like, hey, I'm on a motorcycle. I'll call you when I get back to the room. Lying. There was no way in hell I could answer the phone and tell her what was going on. Even though she's probably the first person I would call if I was in some shit back at home. So I'm outside. I'm standing up for a while because there's no way to sit, for one. But for two, I'm like, you know, we about to get out this mess. Hopefully. I don't know what's about to happen. So I'm outside waiting under the tree. And I'm just observing my environment. This man, he offers me a seat. And Chibuchi is in there doing whatever they're doing. And one of the men come out and he was like, sorry for your stress. And I didn't even acknowledge him. Before he came out, another one came out and he mimics me as well. He's like, oh, you ain't got time for this fucking shit, huh? And I ignore him as well. I'm like, yeah, who the fuck has time for this in my head? I'm like using my Fifth Amendment all the way. I'm like not speaking to them because if you were sorry for my stress, you wouldn't have us here on this pettiness. So Chibuchi's in there. I am still communicating with my resource and he calls me. So I talk to him and he wants to talk to Chibuchi. So I take the phone to Chibuchi. Okay, before we get into that, y'all please hit that subscribe button. Consider subscribing to the channel. Like this video, share this video. Okay, let's keep going. I didn't leave my phone. I stayed right there until he finished up the conversation. So I go back out with my phone. I talk to my resource and he was like, you know, he's Nigerian, then he knows what to do. He knows what's up. This is what Nigerians do. This is what Nigerian policemen do. It's the end of the year, it's festive season, and this is just one of their tactics. So he knows what they want, which is money. So I'm outside, Chibuchi comes out to me, he was like, oh, they want $1,000, but he got them down to 500. And I was like, well, listen, they're not getting a red penny from Kira Tanae Johnson, aka Hunter Holly Girl. I refuse to be extorted again. So Chibuchi goes in there and some time goes by and I can't really see what's going on. Like I'm outside, he's in this place and it's dark in there. Like I zoom in and I can see the back of Chibuchi's shirt. So I'm like, okay, he's still alive. I can see him. I can see his white Adidas sneakers. I can see his Harley Davidson shirt. He's still in there. Eventually, I walk in there. And when I walked in there, I see that they are fingerprinting him. So I learned that Chibuchi finally settled with them. He gave them $200. So they went from $1,000 to $500 to $200. That's how you know you scamming, when you end up taking whatever you can get. So he paid them $200. And when I walked in there, he was getting fingerprinted. All 10 fingers had black ink on them and they were rolling his fingers on paper. I'm like, what is the point of all this? Do you even know why this is going down? So another officer man, he explains to me, and this is what he said. He said, oh, we have an ongoing investigation. Something happened in that area and he meets the description of the suspect. And we're still under investigation, no charges, nothing's gonna happen, we're just in investigation. Before I even went outside, I was peeking the room, right? And everybody in there were young African males. Different complexions, different heights, just different, but they were all young males. There was no older males, no females, all young. So they were playing this psychological game, detain young African men that you know that really didn't have money, or if they did, you can easily get it out of them. But the game was to detain young African men and have those young men call their family. And usually when you're in trouble, you probably call your mom first. I know I would. I would usually call my mom. For them to call their families and their family come and pay the debt for them to be free. And of course, the mother is gonna do whatever it takes to get her child free. I knew that to be the game because as I was sitting outside, I saw some of the young guys on the phone, like pleading with their family to show up. And I saw some families actually show up and they were women. And I heard prices being negotiated. So that was the game that was playing. Detain young black men and get them to get money out their family to pay them to be released. Fast forward, Chibuchi paid them $200, got fingerprinted. I got told the story about, oh, there's an ongoing investigation. We got to review CCTV. Mind you, the area that we in definitely did not have video camera. The closest thing to video camera was this GoPro camera and my iPhone 15 Pro Max recording the footage of the area. That's the most camera they got out there. So that was cap, straight up cap. I realized then, like, after he told me that story, like, this is a game that y'all running. It's true. What they say about Nigerians is somewhat true. I'm like kind of laughing to myself, and then I made a joke to Chibuchi. I was like, "You going to jail?" And everybody just started laughing. They thought that was so funny. After that, they sent my ass back outside, right? I'm thinking, okay, you know, this is almost to the end, hopefully. So Chibuchi comes out with one of the officers, and they walk him to a building adjacent. They go in, they come out a short time later, and they go back in the building they were in. I later found out that's where they took his mug shots. After he goes back in, short time later, he comes back out, and he was like, let's go. And we leave. We go back up, we go back through the gate that we came through. I snap a quick picture. We walk, we get out of there as quick as possible. We walk, we find a pharmacy, get something to drink, and then he calls us a motorcycle ride. So we each got on a motorcycle, and we got back to the hotel. The motorcycle ride costed 50 cents each, 500 Naira. You know, after what we just been through, we got extorted from Nigerian police. They easily took money from us. And there are Nigerians out there really working hard for the dollar. So I'm like, you know, Chi, give them $1 each. You know, don't make them split $1. My emotional side was kicking in. Like, people are out here really working for their money, and you got officials, police officers, taking money from people. So, you know, we gave them $1 each. They were happy. They were smiling. We go into the room. We processing what happened. And Chibuchi breaks down. He just breaks down crying. And I definitely felt his pain because in this situation, he was the target. They didn't really want me. They probably wanted my American money, but I did not let up on my pocketbook this time. He breaks down. I'm consoling him. You know, he did his thing. You know, I let him know that you did your thing. You negotiated, you talked yourself out of it, you got out of it. It was some young guys that was in there before us that were still there after we left. And imagine if your people don't got it. I'm like, what do they do with those young guys? Do they detain them forever? And, you know, that's my thing. Like, what are y'all doing besides getting money? I think all they focus on is the money, but that was like a lot of psychological damage. I would have never thought I would have been at a Nigerian police station on my vacation to Nigeria. And it was an official police station. I did see some buildings with Kubwa, that's the area it was in, Kubwa police station. And then their police station was right next to a church. And while I was sitting outside, the church service was happening. Was praising God right beside the interrogation room. Just be careful. Like, you're very vulnerable when you travel. I just never thought that would have happened, you know, but thank God for my man Chibuchi. He got us through that one. It's real. No hate towards Nigeria. I understand that's how y'all gotta get it, but that's really harsh. Really harsh. I'm sure it happens everywhere, even here in America. That was our experience, and yeah, that's definitely extortion. Like, you don't even have a crime, you don't even have charges, and yet you're fingerprinting and asking for money, and you're settling for less. You're that desperate. It's messed up. So yeah, that's how we got extorted for the second time. We technically got hijacked, and then kidnapped, and then extorted. Yeah, in that order. Shout out to my baby. You did that, G. So yes, guys, that's it. Thank you for listening. Consider subscribing to our channel. We definitely appreciate you all. If you're ever going to Nigeria, you have questions, hit us up. We'll let you know anything you want to know. Thank you. Stay tuned. We love y'all.